Welcome back to another episode of the Gringo and Cuban Cigar Reviews. I am Mark, the Gringo, and once again flying solo today. My partner Willie is unavailable to join us, but today it's actually okay because I'm going to smoke something with you guys that I only have one of anyway, so I wouldn't be able to share it with Willie. And today we're going to be smoking a genuine Cuban cigar. This is a Cuban Montecristo Double Edmundo. And the way you can tell that it's a genuine Cuban, when you look at the label, there are different ways to spot a fake from a genuine. Because as you may or may not know, most of the Cuban cigars out there are actually fakes that someone has just purchased a cheaper cigar and put a band on. But in this case, for Montecristo, there's several things you can do. The first thing, and you can probably see the pictures better when you look at the start of the video, but the first thing you look for is the fleur-de-lis in the center. It needs to be gold, and it needs to be embossed and raised. This one is both. The little squiggly lines on the side, they need to match in color the fleur-de-lis, but they are not embossed, so they're not raised. Lastly, the circles and the little dots, those white circles and dots, those are embossed and raised, and they're very sharp. So those are ways you can tell a real Montecristo that's from Cuba as opposed to a fake one. And that's what I'm going to be smoking today. So like I said, it's the Montecristo Double Edmundo. The Double Edmundo is a 6 1/4 by 50 stick. That would roughly translate to a Toro for the sizes we're used to. Cuba has their very own specific names and sizes for cigars, so in this case, Double Edmundo. So with that, let's go ahead and see what we've got going on here. Very pleasant aroma. Aged tobacco. Not much else. As Willie would say, it smells like a cigar. But let's see what it does when we actually get it cut up and lit. Today I'm going to be using my trusty Deep V punch. Let's see here. Yep, that looks just about perfect. That'll work. Good draw. A little sweet on the pre-light draw. Interesting. See what we got going on. I'm going to go ahead and toast this up. It is so bright out here, I cannot even see the flame from my trusty lighter. You can see the cigar starting to smoke, so I know it's working. But today is the second day of summer. Yesterday was the summer solstice, and down here in Miami, it was hot. Last night, I went out. Around 11:30 at night, and it was still 88 degrees. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. Initial flavors just off that first draw. A little bit of what it smelled like, aged tobacco, for sure. A little bit of wood. I'm sure there's going to be some transitions as we get into it. So I'm going to go ahead and smoke into the first third, and then I'll check back with you guys. Welcome back. Solidly into the first third of the cigar now. Wanted to check in with you and let you know about some different flavors that I'm picking up. So, right off the bat, the predominant flavor is aged tobacco. Very nice, very smooth. Definitely good quality tobacco being used here. Picking up a lot of, I don't know if a lot is right, but I'm picking up wood. Picking up peanut. And the smoke itself is actually very rich, very thick, very creamy, kind of sweet. One thing I noticed when I ended the last video, the smoke was a little thin, a little airy. So I took a look at the end of the ash, and you know, it's so darn bright out here. At first glance, I didn't see that I didn't get a particularly good light on it. So just gave it a quick little burst of flame, and now it's a perfect light. The draw is excellent. The burn, razor sharp, so really doing good here. The pack is firm, but not too firm. One of the benefits of living in Miami is I have lots of friends who are Cuban or of Cuban descent, and from time to time they remember their good old friend Mark when someone goes back to their home island, and they give me a Cuban cigar to review. I've had my share that were actually kind of fake Cubans from Cuba, and then the real ones as well. And I've noticed, you know, that sometimes they're packed a little too tight, particularly the Cohibas, and you have to use a perfect draw tool to salvage them, but not the case on this. This is burning beautifully. The construction is spot on. So I'm going to go ahead and keep on smoking and check back with you guys when I am in the second third. Welcome back. As you can see, we're solidly into the second third of this cigar. The ash is hanging on fantastically. The burn, razor sharp, but I am a little concerned about this. There is developing a split in the wrapper. I'm sure the binder will be strong enough to hold, and it should not affect the smoking or flavor, but we'll see. I'm not sure what caused that, but it just kind of seems to be broadening and expanding as I get a little closer to it, as the heat is warming it up. So we'll see what effect that has. So far, nothing yet, though. There's no escape of smoke through that tear in the wrapper. But as far as flavors are concerned, you know, still predominantly that aged tobacco. The wood is definitely there. No longer picking up any of the peanut, but instead picking up a very interesting transition into cherry. So the cherry is fun. I'm enjoying it. It kind of goes along with the sweet, creamy smoke. So a really enjoyable smoke so far. I am a little concerned about that tear, though. We'll see what happens with that. I don't know if you can quite see it. I hope you can, but it's all on here. We'll see what happens. At any rate, looking forward to getting into the final third and sharing with you my impressions of what's about to happen. Just a quick update on that tear in the wrapper. As you can see, it's gotten more pronounced as the heat of the ash has gotten closer to it. And I'm happy to say that it's really not affecting the flavor. The binder is holding nicely, so no real issues. I tried to correct it, you know, just a little bit of saliva on it to try and keep it glued down. Did not work, obviously. But there's no smoke escaping through the binder, so it doesn't really affect it that much, or at all, really. And, you know, it also occurred to me that I always talk a little bit about what the wrapper, binder, and filler, where they're from. Pretty obvious on this one to most of you, but some of you who maybe are newer to cigars, maybe not so much. Binder, filler, wrapper are all Cuban, as you might guess, since this is in fact a Cuban cigar. So I just wanted to throw that in. Don't want to take anything for granted for some of our newer friends who are just kind of getting into the world of cigars. I'll be back when I get into the final third to let you know. Just wanted to let you see that that tear is not really causing a problem. Welcome back. Whoops. You got to see the asphalt. As you can see, we are now very much in the final third, and this has been a fun smoke, gotta say. Total smoke time on this has been 1 hour and 33 minutes. It's been burning very slowly, which I always appreciate. Flavor transitions into the final third. You know, still that aged tobacco, of course, and that wood, very predominant. No longer picking up any cherry. That was actually gone quite a bit ago. And it got replaced with espresso, which I really like. It's a deep espresso flavor. As I'm getting down to the very nub on this, the smoke is now getting a little bit too hot for my taste, and it's actually getting a little bit bitter. Proud to report that there was really no issues with that tear. As you can see, the burn is pretty much still razor sharp. So, you know, I wouldn't hold that tear against this cigar in any way, and I'm sure it was just a one-off. So no problems there. If you can get your hands on one of these, I highly recommend it. Speaking of which, I'd like to say thank you to Miguel for giving this to me. Much appreciated, my friend. Once again, this has been the Montecristo Double Edmundo, 6 1/4 by 50. If you liked this this review, please give us a thumbs up. If you really liked it, and I hope you did again, hey, become one of our subscribers if you're not already. We're going to have a lot of other fun videos coming out, lots more cigars to try and share with you. So until then, happy smokes, everyone.